You were just talking about this. Republican senators working now, as I understand, on a border bill. And they're angry over a possible provision of it. It would allow 5,000 illegal immigrant encounters per day before a Title 42 type policy would even go into effect. Here's a bit of reaction yesterday.
This supplemental bill is a kamikaze plane in a box canyon with no exit, headed for a train wreck. This bill is not designed to fix the problem.
We're hopefully going to have a new president. When we get a new Republican president, we should make sure we don't pass a bill that's going to impact their ability to secure the border.
Part of my problem with the 4,000 threshold that's discretionary, and then the 5,000 that's mandatory shutting down the border. And my first question on that is, well, how are you going to do that?
The Congressional Budget Office reported a record 860,000 gotaways last fiscal year. And yesterday, you, Senator, sent a letter to DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, quoting, "The numbers tell the tale. You have utterly failed to secure the southern border." Senator.
Well, not only have they failed, Harris, this is their plan. They want the border open. Joe Biden now all of a sudden acts like he's just discovered there's a border problem. He created it. He wants this border open because this is his agenda to totally crash our immigration system. Listen, 186,000 gotaways last year. That's more than the population of St. Louis and Kansas City in my state combined. Over 2 million illegal immigrants across the border while Joe Biden has been president. And I'll just say this, if he's serious about actually tackling this, he could reinstate Title 42. If the Senate wanted to do something about this, we could reinstate Title 42. We could reinstate Remain in Mexico. We could close the border. But that's not what's under discussion. All I hear about this deal, it's just a way to normalize 5,000 people coming over the border illegally every year. There's no way I'm going to vote for that.
So real quickly, Governor Stitt of Oklahoma and several other governors last night were very active on social media saying that they support the state of Texas. What's happening for your governor in your state? What are you hearing?
Well, I think that governors all over the country understand that every state is a border state because of Joe Biden's policies. And I'll just tell you, in the state of Missouri, we've got drugs pouring into Missouri, Harris, from across our southern border that are going into every school district in our state. They're coming from Mexico. They're coming across that border. And I just say Texas, I think, is right here. The Supreme Court got this wrong. And I've actually introduced legislation that would allow Texas and every other state to enforce our nation's border laws. If Biden won't do it, let the states do it. But in any event, close that border. I mean, this is an invasion by the cartels. It is deliberate, and it is literally killing people in my state.
So tell me about what you have going forward and what you need to push that through. I mean, we saw 14 Republicans last week join a Republican-led resolution in the House to condemn the Biden border crisis. So what's it like inside the Senate?
Well, I tell you what we need to have inside the Senate is real action. And if you want real action at the border, let the states enforce the law. Texas wants to do it. Other states want to do it. We have a president who won't. So let's make it easy. Let's just say if a state wants to enforce the federal law on the border, let's let them do it. At least Texas is willing to do it. We all need to stand with them and shut this border down and protect our people.
Look, I think Governor Abbott gets it. It may be what he wants. Maybe he doesn't. He has to. Because somebody has to protect the people, the American citizens. Senator Hawley, great to see you today. Thank you very much for being in focus.
Thanks for having me.